Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CSPN Game of the Week. Boy, have we got a doozy here for you guys tonight as the 4-2 Rockland Bulldogs come into Sullivan Gym looking to topple the 6-0 undefeated Cohasset Skippers. It should be a really intense one tonight as Rockland is the defending league champion, and the Skippers lost both their games against Rockland last year by a combined 11 points, so they should be looking to avenge those this evening. The Skippers can attribute a lot of their undefeated season to their defense so far. Their stifling, suffocating full-court press has been phenomenal in keeping opponents in check. But the Skippers do have a tall order tonight as they look to shut down Rockland star Matt Nicholson, who is a senior forward. Nicholson is coming off a fantastic 32-point, 13-rebound, 4-assist performance in Rockland's last game, a win against Abington. So the Skippers bigs certainly have a tall order tonight in shutting Nicholson down, but they seem to be up to the task. We'll get you down onto the floor as soon as the game commences. Before we do that, we're going to give you guys a new segment that we are calling the Three-Pointer, which will be an interview with 3 special guests before we get down onto the court. So for my cameraman, Ben Buckley, I'm Matthew McCormick, and this is CSPN, and let's go Skippers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the athletic director here at Cohasset, Mr. Ron Ford. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Ron?
Doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm fantastic. We got a big game coming up tonight. Of course, Cohasset taking on defending league champion Rockland. What do you expect from the fans tonight? You know, we got the whiteout going there, but what are you expecting on that front?
Expecting big things from our fans tonight, Matt. We have great fans, as you know, here, and we love the fan support here at the Skipper Dome. It's, I think, one of the best crowds in the league, and I think our fans not only are loud, but I think they're respectful, and I'm hoping for some big things from them.
Awesome. Sounds great to me. And that fan base has really been energized, you know, ever since Coach Ruggiero took over a few years ago. There's been more bigger games recently. You know, what does he mean to this program and as far as his impact in making this team more exciting to watch?
You know, Bo's a Hall of Fame coach, and you know, even way back when I was coaching basketball here in the early and mid '90s, Bo was a legend then. And just to have him here was so lucky. But he does such a great job of promoting the program. He's got his administrative assistant Christian Cunny out there putting up signs and running promotions, and we reach out to the youth program. So he's such a big believer in promoting basketball as a sport in our community, and it shows. I mean, this gym is packed on Friday nights.
Awesome, and we know, I mean, talking about great coaches, you yourself had some good success here, winning a couple of state titles with Brian Edwards. You know, what is it like to be a coach and then come and watch some basketball team as an athletic director, you know what I mean? For
me, it was great. Actually, I was a little young to coach Brian Edwards, but I came in after that in the mid-'90s, and we had some good teams. We went to the Garden a couple times, and I got to coach against Coach Ruggiero in the tournament once. 1-0 lifetime, by the way, against him. I want to make sure that goes on record. But we've been good friends for a long time, and you know, it's for me. I'm so proud to. I got 2 Hall of Fame coaches here, in Coach Levangie and Coach Ruggiero, and for me, it's a great opportunity to learn from them. You know, someday I may come out of retirement coach again, but to see 2 legends coach night in, night out here. It just, our kids, our program, our school, our community is so lucky to have them.
Awesome, and great team this year so far. What do you expect tonight for the Skippers on the court?
This is going to be our biggest test so far this season. I mean, Rockland is an excellent team. We've been the best 2 teams in the league for the last couple of years, and it comes down to us and Rockland, seems like every year. So tonight's going to be, you know, we've had some good games against good teams, Norwell and Abington and East Bridgewater, but this is the true test tonight. You know, it's 6-0, and they have 1 league loss. These are the 2, you know, I think 2 of the best teams in the league. Should be fun tonight.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, and let's get down to the court. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Joe and Timmy Kevinaro. They're the official band of CHS basketball. You guys have been playing for a few years now. Joe, of course, a maestro on the drums, and Timmy shredding on guitar. So you two, first game of the season for you guys out here tonight, being the band. How do you guys feel?
You know, we're both really excited for this, you know, big crowd tonight against Rockland. Really good opponent. Should be a great atmosphere tonight. We're pumped to play.
And Joe, how about you?
I feel really good about this game. I feel like the team's going to really perform well, but I think it's going to be a close game.
Awesome, sounds good. And what do we got for the set list tonight? What are you guys thinking of playing?
We got a couple, you know, nice classic rock songs. Communication Breakdown by Led Zeppelin. And we have some punk rock, Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones, and then we have some more modern stuff, Blink-182. So.
And Joe, do you have a favorite song on your set list?
I'm going to say it's have to be Iron Man because it features the drums on that one, and that's a really fun place.
Awesome, good stuff. And what do you guys expect for the Skippers on the floor tonight? I know you guys were optimistic, but anything special? Any players you're looking to see?
Well, I'm looking for Joe Buckley out there tonight, and you know, he's a really good rebounder, really good defender, and also Henry Brown, the captain there. New addition to the captains actually this year. He's been playing really well. I'm looking forward to seeing him out there.
And Joe, how about yourself?
I'm thinking about some good playing time from the sophomore Alex Norton. I think he's going to perform well tonight if he plays.
Awesome. Good luck tonight, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you guys shredding during timeouts and halftime. Good luck, guys, and let's get on the court. And as we get steady, here's the opening tip. Won by Rockland. Matt Nicholson gets the ball. And out of the gate, Nicholson takes a floater in the middle of the floor. Can't get it to go, but he gets his own board. And the Bulldogs cycle it back around. And that shot is no good, and Rocco Lugel takes the ball for the Skippers and hands it off to Henry Brown. A lot of fans here tonight for Cohasset, dressed in all white. And some good ball movement early on here from the Skippers. Less than 10 seconds to go on the shot clock here in the first possession. And the ball is dumped into Henry Brown. And Henry Brown converts the layup on the assist from Chris Haggerty. And 2-0 Skippers. Some early energy from the Cohasset crowd here as Rockland settles it down. Number 11, Joe Kimball dribbling around, passes it off to Gerald Saucer. And there's Matt Nicholson on the near side, and he fires the three, can't get it to go. Rebound to Rocco Lugel, who hits the outlet pass to Chris Haggerty. And Pat Federley goes to the rack. He goes up strong and gets fouled by Matt Nicholson. That's Matt Nicholson's first foul and first team foul for Rockland as well. Pat Federley will go to the line, shooting two.
Team's first. Shooting two.
Federley comes in on the season averaging just over 5 points and just over 2 rebounds for the Skippers team. And the junior forward can't get the front end of his 2 shots to go. Very frantic pace to start off this game for both sides. And Federley gets the second to go, 3-0 Skippers. And here's this full court press from Cohasset that everyone knows and loves. And looked like maybe a travel there in the corner. Fans are begging for it. Nothing called from the refs. And Nicholson with a nice little post move gets on the scoreboard and puts Rockland on the scoreboard for the first time of the night. 3-2. Ball is dumped down to Joe Buckley. He tries to find Henry Brown cutting across the lane, but can't do so. And Matt Nicholson is fouled by, looks like Pat Federley on the far side. Once again, reminding you all, this is the CSPN Game of the Week, brought to you by 143 TV. Big shout out to my cameraman, Ben Buckley, here with me tonight, as well as our program director, Don Royan, for everything he does. And Walker spins the ball around to Saucier, who drives in the lane. And a good take there, but he can't get it to go, and it remains Rockland ball. Saucier, number 20, one of the 2 captains for this Rockland team, alongside Matt Nicholson. Both players are seniors. And Walker to Saucier. And number 24, Ian McDonald, can't quite get a handle on the ball. That's Rocco Lugel who steps in the way of the pass. And the ball goes out of bounds with 18 seconds left on the shot clock for Rockland. And the ball is dumped inside, but we got steps there. And there's a travel from Liam Ball, the junior center for this Rockland team, as Rocco Lugel looks to get it going on the other side for the Skippers. Lugel, the point guard of this Skippers attack. And Federley can't get the deep 3 to go, so Walker will take the ball up for Rockland. And Nicholson with the pull-up jumper airballs it. And that ball is rebounded by Joe Buckley, leading rebounder on this Cohasset team, coming in, averaging just a tad over 7 boards per bout. And Rocco Legel can't get the shot to go, but it looks like it was tipped out of bounds by Rockland. 21 seconds remaining on this shot clock for the Skippers. Just under 5 minutes to go, still 3-2 Cohasset. And that inbound pass is stolen by Nicholson. And Legel comes right back and gets the steal. And he goes up for the layup, and he is fouled hard. Legel gets grabbed 2 hands and is thrown violently to the ground. Looks like Joe Kimball from Rockland was the perpetrator of that. Legel hits his head real hard on the mat at the far end of this gym, and he is down. That's trainer Steve Budrick checking out on Legel.
He's been ejected from the game.
And the crowd is cheering as Joe Kimball gets ejected for a flagrant foul. It did look pretty malicious. So Legel is down in the corner. We'll get you guys back down onto the floor as soon as the action begins again. And Rocco Legel luckily gets up safe. But this might be a first here in Cohasset as less than 4 minutes into the game, a player is ejected. Joe Kimball, number 11, the sophomore starter for this Rockland team, is ejected for the flagrant foul. Now Harrison Martin will go to the line and try to convert. And he hits the first. 4-2 Cohasset. Some crazy events transpiring here in the Sullivan Gym. As Martin's second take rims out, but Cohasset will retain possession here. Referees, I have to say, did a fantastic job discharging what could have been a rough situation there. But nonetheless, we continue on with game action, thankfully. 4-2 here for Cohasset. And we got an off-ball foul, on Gerald Saucier. That flagrant foul really got everyone in the gym riled up, especially the Cohasset fans here. The student section, dressed in all white for a whiteout, is certainly loud right about now. Scary stuff. And Teddy Craven into the game now, inbounds to Joe Buckley, and Buckley gets the and one to go. So Buckley converts on the layup. Ian McDonald, the perpetrator of that foul, as Buckley heads to the line, looking to get this to be an old-fashioned three-point play. And he gets it to go. 7-2 Cohasset. And Rockland head coach Fred Damon will take his first time out of the evening. We'll get you back down onto the floor when everything begins again. And there's head coach Bo Ruggiero in his huddle, talking to his team. So definitely a wild start for both sides. Really frantic pace, and then you saw that really epitomized in that flagrant foul from Kimball to Legel. Legel luckily okay. We hope to see him return to the game. But certainly a crazy start here in Cohasset. 4:43 remaining in this first quarter, and the Skippers got a 5-point lead at 7-2. And Rockland trying to break this Skippers full court press, and they do as they push the ball up. And some good trap defense by Henry Brown and Joe Buckley down in that corner. And there's the shot from Ian McDonald, but he can't get it to go. Nicholson on the board for Rockland, and he fires a tray. Front rims it. gets his own rebound, goes up and gets fouled in the act of shooting. That'll be 2 shots for number 22, Matt Nicholson. And Patrick Federley picks up his second foul of the evening early in the first quarter here. You wonder if he'll be taken out. And Nicholson hits the first of his 2 free throws. And that's Cheddar there for Nicholson. He gets his 2 to go. 7-4 here, Cohasset. And Rockland trying a little full court press of their own. Skippers break it. Now they got numbers. Henry Brown dishes out Chris Haggerty. Corner 3, and he bangs it! Yes, sir! Chris Haggerty makes it rain with the tray ball. 10-4 Cohasset. And there's a tray trying to answer from Rockland. That was LaShawn Crawford who actually airballs that one. And Henry Brown tries the jumper, but it can't go. And Nicholson passes off to Crawford. Coach Damon for Rockland looking to set up a play here as we approach the 3-minute mark, and Saucier gets to the hoop but can't convert. And Cohasset's got the ball. Andrew Frazier checks in here for Rockland, number 25. The junior forward. As Teddy Craven avoids the trap to Henry Brown and to Pat Federley on the outside, who can't funnel the ball in as he had originally planned. Real exciting game so far. And Craven dumps it into Federley on the low block, but Matt Nicholson is having none of that as he rejects Federley's attempt there. And Henry Brown with those long arms gets in the way of the ball, but can't field it cleanly. Ian McDonald forces a shot there, doesn't get it to go. 10-4 Cohasset here as we come up on the 2-minute mark in this first quarter. And Joe Buckley working down low on Liam Bell. Travels. Buckley not a fan of the call. Thought there might have been some contact there. And narrowly avoiding the 8-second violation is Frazier. And there's the tray ball from Rockland, but it is all air as Henry Brown gets the board. Brown averaging 6.5 rebounds on the season as Matt Nicholson comes up with the hustle play there. And Crawford takes the ball the other way, takes it to the hoop, and he is fouled. Looks like the foul will be on Henry Brown. Excuse me, the foul's on Teddy Craven, who subbed in for Rocco Legel. Team's 3rd foul. That's the first personal for Craven. And here's LaShawn Crawford, the junior guard here for Rockland, trying to convert. He can't get the first to go. And checking in is Jack Donahue for Cohasset, number 4, the sophomore big man, who's also a tight end on the football team. And back to Crawford here as he tries to sink the second of his 2 free throws. And he can't do that either. A lot of air here for Rockland started off. Can't seem to be connecting from anywhere. And Chris Haggerty outlet pass to Jack Donahue, who drives in, dumps it into Henry Brown. And Chris Haggerty is found in the corner again and again. 3's on parade. Chris Haggerty is second of the night. And Haggerty gets the steal. Tries to dump it into Teddy Craven, but that's number 21, John Furr, with the block for Rockland. Back-to-back tray balls for Chris Haggerty. He's now got 6, leading the Skippers. And the foul is on Jack Donahue there for the Skippers.
That's his first, team's fourth.
A little over a minute here in this first quarter. 13-4 is the score. Cohasset with the advantage. And trapped in the corner. And Teddy Craven gets the steal off the attempted pass from Jake Burns of Rockland. Really fast-moving game this evening. Skippers have found themselves a nice offensive rhythm, however, putting in 13 points and have held Rockland to only 4. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock as Henry Brown, great hustle play, gets the ball to Chris Haggerty who assists Jack Donahue, who finishes the layup. And the sophomore's got himself on the board with 2 points. And that's Frazier, who goes up and he's fouled by Joe Buckley, and Frazier will head to the line.
His first team's fifth. At the line for Rockland, 25 minutes with Frazier shooting 2.
And Frazier gets the ball to go. So far, this Rockland team is 4-2 on the season. Their last game against Abington was a 68-64 thrilling win for Rockland. And Frazier at the free throw line here dumped in 12 points last evening, but he can't get that free throw to go. And under 30 seconds here in this first quarter. Head coach Boragiro for Cohasset tries to set up a play with just about 15 seconds remaining now. Shot clock and game clock just about in unison. And Jack Chamberlain buries the jumper. 17-5 Cohasset as the final seconds tick down of this first quarter. And Rockland can't get the shot off. 17-5, the first quarter will end. Fantastic effort by Cohasset. We'll get you down onto the floor when the second quarter begins. And back here for the start of this second quarter. First quarter storylines for the Skippers. Of course, Rocco Legel injured on that flagrant foul from Joe Kimball. He left the game, has not returned yet. In other news, 7 Skippers got on the scoreboard in that first quarter. Chris Haggerty led the way with 6 points, hitting both of his attempted 3-point field goals, and the Skippers are up 17-5. Back to the action here. Harrison Martin at the top of the key for Cohasset. And he dumps it in. And that's Jack Chamberlain getting his second basket of the night. 2 for 2 on field goals and 4 points for Chamberlain so far. And here's Matt Nicholson for Rockland. Nice little spin move in the lane and gets it to go. 19-7 now for Cohasset. Joe Buckley trying to post up here, can't find some good position, so he goes for the screen for Craven. And just about 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Craven tries a wild circus shot. I think he may have been thought he would have been fouled there, but not the case. And Frazier can't get the jumper to go here, but it is rebounded by Luke Kirscher, who loses control of the ball. And Jack Donahue heads up the court now. He drives the lane, can't get the layup to go. And so it's back the other way for Rockland. Number 12, Justin Wynn bringing the ball up. And we got a push here on Cohasset. Looks like Jack Chamberlain is guilty as charged with the push there. Stands are filled to the brim this evening with Skippers and Bulldogs fans alike. Student section is electrifying. And Jack Chamberlain there rips the ball away. Nice steal there. And Jack Donahue takes it hard to the rack. So you got a couple Jacks making impact plays there. The steal by Chamberlain on the defensive end. And on the offensive side, Jack Donahue gets the layup to go. And Harrison Martin on the foul for Cohasset. That's 7 for Cohasset, so now we will see the 1-and-1 for Rockland. Early on here in this second quarter, they're already in the bonus. And Matt Nicholson will be shooting for the Bulldogs. And he gets the front end of the 1-and-1 to go, so he'll get another shot here. 21-8 is the Skipper lead currently, just under 6 minutes left in this second quarter. (21-9) here after Nicholson hits both of those free throws. And Joe Buckley flashes in the post, can't get the layup to go, but he gets his own board and resets the ball with a fresh shot clock. And Jack Chamberlain posted up there. And Chamberlain, 3 straight buckets for Cohasset. Chamberlain perfect from the field, 3 for 3, 6 points. And also providing some fantastic energy defensively with a steal. And Frazier can't get the 3-pointer to go, so that's Joe Burr. And Nicholson. And Joe Furr can't get the ball to go, but Ian McDonald cleans up his garbage and converts for Rockland. As Justin Wynn knocks the ball out of bounds for Rockland. And a mass substitution here for the Skippers. Chris Haggerty and Henry Brown, as well as Pat Federley, all checking in. And they join Teddy Craven and Jack Chamberlain as the 5 here for the Skippers. And Frazier tries to dump it into McDonald, nearly mishandled there. And Frazier pops the tray. Seems to be a little bit cold tonight, can't really get him rolling. He is one of the main scorers on Rockland so far, but he hasn't been pouring in the buckets of late. Pat Federley passes up an open look, tries to drive and gets the ball knocked away. And Justin Wynn here on the fast break, and he is rejected. It's a block party, and Henry Brown is handing out the invitations. The senior forward gets the rejection there, showing his hops and length there. 4:24 remaining in this second quarter. 23-11 Cohasset is the tally. And Wynn gets it to go. Fantastic pass by Stephen Norris of Rockland, finding Wynn, who was on the block, and got it to go, cutting the Skipper lead to 10 underneath the 4-minute mark in the second quarter as Chris Haggerty, 3 for 3. There's some rain in the forecast here as Chris Haggerty has been lighting up this Sullivan gym. 3rd 3-pointer tonight and gets the steal to go with it, gives the ball to Craven, can't get the ball to go. Chamberlain on the rebound, and he is fouled by John Furr. Chris Haggerty, fantastic shooting performance so far tonight. 3 for 3 from 3, 9 points, and is leading the way for the Skippers as far as scoring. 26-13 here, and as Jack Chamberlain strides to the line with 2 shots on the plate, and he gets the first to go. And that's Liam Ball and Gerald Saucier checking in for Rockland here. A couple of starters back in for the Bulldogs. And Chamberlain back rims his second free throw attempt. Once again, reminding you all, this is the CSPN Game of the Week, brought to you by 143 TV. Cohasset versus Rockland here in Sullivan Gym. I'd like to thank my cameraman, Ben Buckley, up here, as well as our program director, Don Royan, excuse me. And Saucier on the steal, trailed by Haggerty. And neither Saucier or Norris can get the ball to go, and that's Teddy Craven with the steal, and he goes coast to coast. Fantastic play by Teddy Craven, the junior guard, getting it done on both ends of the floor. And Fred Damon calls a timeout for Rockland as the Skippers extend their lead to 16 points, a quick 6-0 run for Cohasset. And they find themselves in the driver's seat in this one with under 3 minutes to go. And over on the far north end of this gymnasium, you'll see Joe and Timmy, who we talked to before the game, shredding on the guitar and mashing on those drums respectively. The official Cohasset Skipper band. And we get the second quarter going again. 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the half. Skipper's got a 29-13 lead. And Pat Federley tries to take the charge there. No call as Ian McDonald gets the ball to go, cutting the Skippers' lead to 14, excuse me. And Brown and Federley can't connect, and Saucier takes the ball up and passes to ball. McDonald now in the corner. No real purpose here, it looks like, offensively for Rockland. They seem to be desperately trying to get things going. Speak of the devil, Matt Nicholson drives in and converts the layup, cutting the Skippers' lead. Nicholson, of course, coming off that fantastic performance against Abington. 30-plus points, 13 boards, 4 steals. And nice take there by Stephen Morris. Ian McDonald gets the rebound and gets fouled, going to the line for 2. That's Henry Brown on the assault for the Skippers. 8 team fouls now for the Skippers in these first 2 periods. And McDonald gets it to go despite the crowd noise. So this Rockland team has some very quality wins on the season. They beat Norwell, beat Hull, beat Hanover, and beat Abington. The 2 losses came against Monomoy and Wellesley. And they're clawing their way back in this one as the Skippers' lead is down to 10. Teddy Craven nearly loses the ball in the backcourt, but does retain possession. And Skippers working around as Craven slows the tempo. And Joe Buckley is fouled in the act of shooting, so that'll be 2 shots here. 6th team foul for Rockland, 1 away from the bonus. But more importantly, Joe Buckley will go to the line for 2. And Buckley gets it to go. And Buckley gets them both to go. 5 points now for the senior center. Really even scoring so far for the Skippers team, spreading the ball around, getting everybody involved. And some good ball movement here from Rockland as Frazier tries an errant shot. Nicholson gets the deflection and buries it. For a big guy, Nicholson's got a very good inside-outside game, capable of hitting the jump shot, capable of banging down low with his repertoire, post moves, as there's a scrum for the ball, jump ball, and possession arrow will indicate Rockland ball. So after that last jump ball, the possession arrow now in Cohasset's favor as Rockland crosses half court, stolen by Chris Haggerty. Teddy Craven hits Henry Brown, and he says, I'll take one to go, with a chance for the and one here. Fantastic game so far here in Cohasset. 33-21, excuse me, is the score. Just under a minute here in this first half remaining. Some exciting action here on both sides. And Brown sinks it, 5 points on the night for the forward. And hands up high, energy on defense for Cohasset is the theme right about now. Hands up, yells head coach Bo Ruggiero. And open three in the corner. Can't go for Rockland. Stephen Norris can't get it to go. And Cohasset will get possession. And here's LaShawn Crawford checking in, as well as Gerald Saucier. Back in for Rockland, a pair of guards. Teddy Craven advances the ball across half court. Shot clock is turned off. 15 seconds now in this second quarter. Skippers look to be holding for the last shot. Errant pass by Chris Haggerty, cut out by Matty Nicholson. Nicholson throws a full court heave and it goes out of bounds. Skippers ball now. They'll be starting on the far baseline with 5 seconds left. Looking to get one last shot off before the end of this first half. And 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Teddy Craven heaves it. Got it off in time, but he doesn't convert. End of the first half, 34-21 for Cohasset. Fantastic first half. And we'll get you to the halftime report in just a moment. Wow, what a fantastic first half of basketball here from Cohasset. If you had to use one word to describe that, it'd probably be energy from both sides, defensively and offensively. It's certainly been a pretty hectic game. 34-21 is the score. Cohasset's got themselves a 13-point lead, led by Chris Haggerty's 9 points. Haggerty has been 3 for 3 from three-point land tonight, which is good for the Skippers team, leading them as a senior captain. Meanwhile, of course, the big storyline in this game was about 4 minutes in. Joe Kimball of Rockland grabbed Rocco Legel on a flagrant foul. Legel hit his head on the side of the mat down at the far end of the gym, and he did leave the game, has yet to return. Kimball was ejected for his actions. Certainly we hope nothing wrong with either player. We'll get that developing story to you as it continues to develop. We'll get you back down to the floor when the third quarter starts. I'd like to thank my cameraman, Ben Buckley. I'm Matthew McCormick for CSPN. Let's go Skippers. And Cohasset gets the ball to start this third quarter, but they throw it away right away as Saucier gets in there. Saucier, excuse me. And 34-21 is the score here as this third quarter opens up. Saucier can't get it to go, gets his own board. Down around the trees, can't get it to go, and Joe Buckley gets himself a steal. Teddy Craven taking the ball up. Rocco Legel still out after that gruesome first quarter run-in with the wall after the flagrant foul. No report on Legel's status so far, but certainly our hopes are with him. And Teddy Craven gets fouled there by Gerald Saucier. First foul of the half for Rockland, second of the game for Saucier. Once again, reminding you all, this is the CSPN Game of the Week as Joe Buckley tees off a three and makes it rain. And this This is the CSPN Game of the Week brought to you by 143 TV. I'd like to thank my cameraman Ben Buckley helping me out. And of course, as always, our program director, Don Royan. And special thanks to Coach Ruggiero for access. And there's Pat Federley who gets the reverse layup to go. So 5 points quick out of the gate in just a little over a minute for the Skippers. Extending this lead to 18, nearly doubling their Rockland total. And Henry Brown trying to save the ball, steps out of bounds. And so now, in what looked like a pretty manageable game, has now become a all-Skippers contest. As Saucier gets fouled and is frustrated he couldn't get it to go to convert, but he will get 2 free throws here at the charity stripe. Saucier, one of 7 seniors on this Rockland roster. Can't get the free throw to go, and Federley gets the rebound and hits Craven, who pushes the ball up. Back to Federley, who pops the tray. Can't get it to go. And that rebound is by Ball. Spin move, Saucier throws a pretty wild shot, but scrappy play to get his own shot back, and McDonald with the elbow jumper. Bang, some elbow macaroni for Ian McDonald. Lead dwindles now to 15 for Cohasset as Liam Ball fouls Chris Haggerty in that far corner.
That's his third, 2 seconds.
And Henry Brown gets the ball off the inbound, looking for a shot. Chris Haggerty drives and hits Teddy Craven for the elbow jumper. Nothing doing there, and Rockland will get possession. Great coaching staff here for Cohasset. Of course, head coach Bo Ruggiero and assistants Jim Willis, Dick Lawless, and John Marr, and even Christian Davis, last year's senior, helping out. As Chris Haggerty takes it and reins it in by my count. He's got 11 tonight, which leads the Skippers. Through the contact, Haggerty's still able to finish. And Justin Wynn checking in for Gerard Saucier, excuse me. And Harrison Martin relieves Chris Haggerty, trying to replace some of that scoring presence. And Wynn playing some pretty good defense on Craven, but he gets past. And Patrick Federley tries the shot in the corner. P-Feds can't get it to go. Under 5 minutes now in this third quarter. Matt Nicholson, who's been quiet since the first half, gets the ball and he heads up. Goes in strong and he gets fouled by Pat Federley. And he'll go to line to shoot 2. Third foul of the game for Federley. You get 5 in high school, so you wonder if Federley will possibly be taken out. And Nicholson can't get the free throw to go, and Federley does indeed come out with 3 fouls. He's replaced by Jack Donahue. And Nicholson through the heckling of the Cohasset crowd trying to convert, and he does. Great student section out here, all clad in white for the whiteout here. And a great drive by Harrison Martin finds Joe Buckley for what looked like an easy two, but Buckley can't get it to go. And Jack Donahue with a great defensive play, tries to push the ball up, gets a little frantic, and it is intercepted by Rockland. Matt Nicholson tries the corner three, rims out, and Joe Buckley's got the board. And Skipper's getting dangerously close. And there's the 10-second violation. Buckley got trapped there in the back corner, and Craven tried fiercely to get the ball up, but he could not in time for that 10-second violation, so the Skippers turned it over, got a 16-point lead. 41-25 is the score here, just under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Nicholson's jumper will not go. And Jack Donahue travels. And Skippers get possession now. Chris Haggerty set to check in near the scorer's table. And nice little 1-2 game by Teddy Craven and Harrison Martin, but Craven gets blocked. John Furr on the block, and he passes the ball off to Nicholson. And the jumper there can't go. That was Billy Brady. And under 3 minutes. And a double dribble is called by Henry Brown. No double dipping is what they say. And here's Justin Wynn to inbound the ball for Rockland. Almost a travel there from Wynn, but they don't call. And Furr throws the ball out of bounds as Luke Kirscher checks in, taking out Billy Brady. And we got a timeout Cohasset here. Now let's get a look at head coach Mo Ruggiero in the huddle. (41-25) is the score. Timmy and Joe shredding in guitar on the far side. And here's Coach Mo Ruggiero talking to his team in the huddle. Trying to keep his guys together and maintain this lead for the rest of the way. Skippers trying to achieve a 7-0 record, which would put them in great standing for the rest of the season. This would be a huge league win if they can hold on against the defending league champion Rockland, who comes in at 4-2. And Buckley steps on the end line. And the shot clock's still running, but and Nicholson pulls up and gets the 3 ball to rattle home. And Teddy Craven tries the elbow macaroni, but he can't get it to go. And Bulldogs passing it around. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Nicholson goes up for the top of the key tray ball, and he doesn't get it to go. That would have put Rockland right back in this contest, but instead it goes out in the Skippers. And a fantastic backdoor cut. Chris Haggerty gets the 2 to go with an opportunity for a third. Great pass by Joe Buckley there. Haggerty now by my tally up to 13 points on the evening. It's really the beauty of this Cohasset team. Any given player is capable of leading the team in scoring on any given night. Haggerty comes in averaging just under 10 points on the season, and he's already got 14 here tonight. And we still got a fourth quarter to play here. A minute and a half remaining in the third. Skippers are a little reminiscent of, they're sort of the high school version of the Indiana Pacers in that they share the ball, doesn't matter who scores. Any given player can lead the team in scoring on a given night. And Jack Donahue working on that far side. And 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Chris Haggerty drives, goes up, and a beautiful layup through contact. Sweet touch by Chris Haggerty. 16 points for the senior captain. And on the other end, that's Stephen Norris who's fouled. He will go to the line to shoot 2. Big role here for Norris as a sophomore. Getting a good amount of minutes directing this Bulldogs offense from the point guard position. But he backrims the first of his 2 free throws. Skipper's got an 18-point lead here, 46-28 as Joe Buckley checks out in favor of the sophomore Alex Norton, number 32. As Joe Cavanaro predicted pregame, getting some good time here, Norton is. And Matt Nicholson checks out for Rockland in favor of Jake Burns. LaShawn Crawford also in there now for Rockland, number 23. .30 seconds left in the quarter, about 15 left on the shot clock here for the Skippers. And now under 10 on the shot clock. As Norton has the ball at the top of the key, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Craven will be forced to take a 3. Chamberlain gets the ball off as the shot clock buzzer goes off. Circus shot, turnaround, fadeaway off the glass. Jack Chamberlain, ladies and gentlemen, on the assist from Teddy Craven. And that's Norris who buries the 3. As the third quarter ends, some exciting stuff. Jack Chamberlain gets the shot clock buzzer beating 2-pointer on one end, and Stephen Norris follows with a nothing but net 3-pointer to end this third quarter with the score of 48-32. Cohasset's got the 16-point lead. And we'll get you back down as the fourth and final quarter begins in just a few moments. Thank you, guys. Back to the action here. Frazier inbounds the ball to Norris, who just hit that beautiful end of the third quarter 3. Hands up now for the Skippers on defense. Once again, reminding you all, this is the CSPN Game of the Week, brought to you by 143 TV. I'm Matthew McCormick, and I'd like to thank my cameraman, Ben Buckley, for coming out here tonight with me. Of course, in the coming weeks, look forward to a little more CSPN content. Be sure to be checking on our Twitter pages, Facebook pages, and YouTube pages for all of our CSPN content. And that's Frazier who gets the layup to go. 48-34 is the score. Jack Donahue in a massive bodies travels, going for the look. And he is subbed out in favor of Pat Federley. Matt Nicholson, Ian McDonald, both check in for Rockland. So far on the night for the Skippers, Chris Haggerty leads the way with 16 points scoring. Jack Chamberlain and Joe Buckley both have 8. Henry Brown has 5, and Jack Donahue has 4 by my tallies. Of course, unofficial scoring. I'm just keeping track on a notebook up here. And great play by Stephen Norris to knock the ball out of Teddy Craven's hands. And he goes up and gets fouled. Norris, really quite a spark plug for this Rockland team. Only a sophomore, but defensively, he certainly brings energy, and offensively, very composed running the offense, even though he's a young player. And of course, pretty clutch, as you saw with that third quarter buzzer beater. And Norris goes to the charity stripe here for 2, gets the first to go. And number 21, Joe Buckley, the senior, checks in favor of Pat Federley. For Pat Federley, excuse me. And Norris rattles home the second. Leads down to 12 now. And Skippers take a timeout here, under 7 minutes to go. 48-36 is the score here. And amidst this fourth quarter, we get back to the action. Just under 7 minutes remaining here, as the full court press is on for Rockland. And motion is the call from Teddy Craven, as Skippers try to get a play going, but looks like possibly 3 seconds in the key here. It was an offensive off-ball foul on Teddy Craven. Trying to fight through a screen, they give the call. And Rockland rotating the ball around the key, dumping into Nicholson, who goes up and gets the 2 to go. Lead is down to 10 now, as Harrison Martin dribbles up for the Skippers. And nearly stolen by Ian McDonald, and Harry Martin goes up strong, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Just saw Rocco Leggio pretty animated at the end of the Skippers bench. He's not playing in this game, but we're presuming he won't return, but it's good to see him have a little energy after that collision in the first quarter. And Martin here for 2. Gets the first to go. 2 for 3 on free throws for the night for Harrison. Make that 3 for 4. 3 points on the night for Martin as he checks out, and Pat Federley returns to the floor. As we cross the 6-minute mark here, Skippers have a 50-38 lead. Should be an exciting and wild finish with these two South Shore League giants. Nicholson can't get the 3 to go with the shot clock winding down. Pat Federley takes the ball up, pull up, off the glass, can't get it to go. McDonald on the rebound. Skippers really can't quite put Rockland away. The Bulldogs keep clawing back in this one. And mishap there as Craven goes down and he's fouled by Stephen Norris. LaShawn Crawford losing the ball there. Teddy Craven on the steal, goes up and he is fouled by Stephen Norris, excuse me. Teddy Craven now shooting 2. Can't get the first to go. Craven has filled in admirably for Rockland Leggio in this game, running this Skippers offense with a pretty seamless transition, but he can't get either of those free throws to go, and he's angry at himself. But he compensates defensively with a steal. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Matt Nicholson. Rockland coach Fred Damon arguing that ball went out off Cohasset. Not the call from the refs. And Matt Nicholson pokes the ball away, but it looks like poked the ball away with his left hand. Right hand might have been on the shoulder of Henry Brown. So therefore we have ourselves a foul. And that's the 7th foul. Team foul for Rockland in the half. So the Skippers will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Excuse me, 6th foul. So the Skippers will have to wait for one more foul to go to the line, but it will be an inbound here for the white team. And that's Crawford who comes in and pokes the ball away from Buckley, and now Norris on the far side, who swings the ball at Nicholson. And a fantastic hustle play by Pat Federle, cutting that ball out and turning it on the other way, and Craven crosses half court and gives the ball to Brown. Brown goes up, dumps it off to Joe Buckley, who goes up, and he is fouled by Matt Nicholson. Excuse me, it was Ian McDonald on the foul. So it wasn't the block that was a foul, it was a push separate from the block. And here is Joe Buckley shooting 2. Gets the first to go. (51-38) here the score in Sullivan Gymnasium. 4:37 remaining. It's the CSPN Game of the Week brought to you by 143 TV. I'd like to thank Ben Buckley, the brother of Joe Buckley, who is the cameraman for this game tonight. And a prayer by Stephen Norris not answered. And that's Ian McDonald going back up. Doesn't get it to go. And Skippers take the ball up as we get close to the 4-minute mark. And Pat Federle with a nice pump fake. Gets the ball to go. 5 points now in the game for Federle. And the Skippers press works to perfection there as Joe Buckley gets the steal on the errant pass. And now the Skippers have time to slow the tempo with 3.5 minutes remaining. 54-38 is the score in this 4th quarter. And Henry Brown shows a sweet touch off the glass on the turnaround. 7 points on the night for the senior. Everybody getting involved here for Cohasset. And that's McDonald who converts on the baseline J. And Craven tries to advance it across half court, but it's Stephen Norris, the sophomore, who might honestly be the MVP of this game, other than maybe Matty Nicholson, for this Rockland team. Cuts the lead down to 14. And Saucier coming close to stealing the ball there. Saucier, excuse me. And Jack Chamberlain checks in, taking out Henry Brown. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Skippers will try to get a quick look with 2:19 remaining in this 4th quarter. And ball goes out of bounds. Cohasset ball with 1 second on the shot clock. We'll see what they can do to try to loft something up here. And nothing doing there, no shot clock violation because the ball was in Rockland's position before the 1 second was up. And Saucier on the other end gets the layup to go under 2 minutes now here, and timeout by the Skippers. Fantastic game. Scoreboard doesn't really reflect how close and intense this game has been. Skippers do have a 12-point lead, 56-44, just under 2 minutes to go. And now Joe Buckley with the inbound pass here. And Stephen Norris nearly gets the steal, but the foul is called before he starts going the other way. No one on Rockland happy with that call. Did look like a little bit of a low contact foul as Teddy Craven heads to the line with the Skippers in the bonus for a 1-and-1. Craven bangs in the front end of the 1-and-1. Can't get the second shot to go, so Craven stays at 3 points on the evening. As Saucier gets the look inside, Henry Brown going for the big block. Can't get it, does get a piece of Saucier's arm. So now he will go to the line to shoot 2. And this Skippers student fan base still live and well at this game, even though looks like the Skippers have put this one away. They're still maintaining their cheering and loud behavior. And Chris Haggerty takes the ball up, wisely slowing the tempo a little bit for this Skippers team with this game all but put away as Rockland begins fouling. And that'll send Haggerty to the line. One more foul, and the Skippers are in the double bonus, meaning they will shoot 2 instead of 1-and-1s. But for now, it is a 1-and-1 for Chris Haggerty here at the charity stripe. Haggerty looking to build on his 16 points on the night. And he does. And perfect. Haggerty shot about 90% from the free throw line all last year, so he's usually good for it when he gets there. And Skippers get possession again. Henry Brown flashes open, but can't be found. Skippers working it around, just trying to take time off the clock. Saucier working hard to try to get a steal here as Joe Buckley takes the baseline J, it resets the shot clock, but it's Furr who gets the rebound, gives the outlet to Saucier, who drives to the hoop, throws up the circus shot. And there's a charge. Great hustle play there. As Saucier gets charged with his 4th foul. For the offensive foul, but due to the offensive nature of the foul, there is no double bonus shot there. And Joe Buckley throws an over-the-head pass that goes all the way down the floor. Teddy Craven on the receiving end of that. And he goes up and gets fouled, so he's going to go to the line for 2. It was reminiscent of a soccer throw-in between those two soccer stars. Of course, Buckley was a all-Eastern Mass striker on the soccer team in the fall, and Teddy Craven was also an anchor of the defense on that team, and he gets his second free throw to go. 4 points on the night by my tally for Craven. 16 points is the lead for Cohasset. Make that 13. 60-47 the score now. 36.9 seconds remaining here. And looks like Henry Brown was fouled there on the far end of the gym. It was number 21, John Furr, on the foul. And here Henry Brown will go to the line for 2 free throws. .30 seconds remaining here. Brown looking to build on his 7 points on the night. Gets the first to go. And the second follows suit. And here's Justin Wynn dribbling the ball around. Stephen Norris with a great take to the hoop. Shot clock is now off with 16 seconds remaining in this game. And that should do it as the clock is about to run out here. Skippers get the W, 62-47. Thrilling game and huge standing ovation from this crowd. Stay tuned for the post-game report. As the fans file out, we will get you guys all the details on the end of this fantastic game. 62-47, Skippers get the win over Rockland. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cohasset Pride was in full force tonight. Skippers get the W, 62-47. Fantastic effort on both sides of the ball, and the Skippers improved to 7-0 on the season, keeping their undefeated record going. Let's get to some post-game interviews, and then we'll finally wrap up. Thank you all for watching. Let's go see what the players had to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here for a post-game interview. I've got 3 Cohasset Skippers, all senior captains, Chris Haggerty, Henry Brown, and Rocco Legel. We'll start off with Rocco. You went down early in that first quarter after that flagrant foul. What was going through your mind when all that happened, just to kind of explain what was going on?
Well, it was off a steal. I had a breakaway layup. Didn't even know that the guy was behind me. Went up, felt 2 hands on my shoulders. Next thing I knew, it was all black, and I was on the ground, and all I could hear was Steve saying, "Relax, relax." And then, I mean, I knew we were going to be fine from a team standpoint, but it definitely killed not to be out there with everyone, getting a good win.
And that's some scary stuff. You think you'll be ready for the next game on Monday?
Let's hope so.
All right, sounds good. Next, we'll go to Henry. As a teammate of Rocco for a long time and also a friend, what was it like to see your teammate go down, and how did that motivate you guys for the rest of the way to get this victory?
It was definitely tough seeing Rocco down. He's one of our better players, but we practiced all the time, mixed teams. So when Teddy came in, it felt normal, got the hang of it, and Teddy and a bunch of other bench players stepped up and probably had half our scoring.
All right, and thank you very much, Henry. And finally, we'll go to Chris Haggerty, who was lights out tonight, had, by my tally, about 17 points, led the way in scoring for the Skippers. Early on, Chris, you hit about 3 threes in the first quarter of this game. You know, what was going through your mind? What were you feeling? How was that?
Guys did a great job just hitting me when I was open, and I was feeling good, so just kept shooting, and everyone did a great job. Teddy did a great job distributing the ball and stepping up when Rocco went down, so it was just a great team effort.
Awesome. Congrats on the victory, guys. Go hit the showers.
Thanks.
All right, and finally, we are here with head coach Bo Ruggiero of the Cohasset Skippers. Congrats on the win, Coach. First things first, in that first quarter when Rocco went down, it was a little scary moment. What was going through your head there? What were you thinking?
Well, quite frankly, I was very disappointed in the display of him getting fouled. I know everybody wants to play hard. Everyone wants to play rough. I'm not quite sure. I don't believe the boy did that intentionally, but that was a breakaway layup, which wasn't worth the technical foul for Rocco to have to be taken out of the game with a concussion, according to our athletic trainer, Steve Budrick. And when you get a concussion, we always pay attention to what the athletic trainer has to say. So I felt bad for Rocco because he's worked just so hard. He wants to compete. It was a great environment. But in the other end, you got Teddy Craven, junior backup, who's been his understudy now for 2 years. And Teddy came off the bench and was absolutely fantastic with a capital F. So between Craven, who we call Strawberry because of that wonderful red skin, and Big Chambers, Jack Chamberlain off the bench, showing again great energy. I thought our bench guys did a terrific job. Donahue did a great job off the bench, and Harrison Martin coming in and hitting those technicals made me look like I knew what the hell I was doing. But a great team effort considering you beat a quality team like Rockland at the Skipper Dome, and we beat them pretty handily without our starting point guard.
Awesome. Sounds good. 7-0 heading forward. What are you expecting for the rest of the year?
Well, we have to continue to work hard. And we're not going to practice any harder or any less harder on Sunday when we prepare for a non-league game against Southeast Regional away on Monday. And Southeast Regional is a quality opponent. We played them in the tournament last year. They just beat Foxborough High School, a Division II school where I used to coach. So they got plenty of talent, but I'm sure we'll be ready for them.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Coach. Congrats on the win.
It's great.
We'll see you all guys next game. All right, guys, you saw what the players had to say. You saw what Coach Bo had to say. That's about it for tonight. We'd like to thank everybody who helped us out tonight, Athletic Director Ron Ford especially, as well as my cameraman Ben Buckley and the boys team manager Christian Cunny, who has always been a help for us. Once again, I'm Matthew McCormick for CSPN and 143 TV. I'd like to wish you guys all a great night, and remember, keep it classy, Cohasset.